there, YouTube! My name is Scott, and I am back with, finally, my instant review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 6. So, I gotta be honest, I came into this thinking it was going to be fairly predictable, because I had guessed what was going to happen, and there didn't seem to be any indication that many things were going to change, so let's try and go down the list. First up, knew Sam was going to show up with a new suit and set of wings, thanks to the Wakandans. And I knew by the end of the episode he'd probably be the new Captain America. I will admit that I might have thought at some point he'd somehow get like a variation of super soldier serum. I mean, nobody's perfect, right? I knew Bucky was going to be there to help save the day, and by the end he was going to go make amends with the father of that man that he had killed. Man that we saw way back in episode 1. Especially after the thing in the last episode where Sam told him he had to put in the work to make things right. No big surprise, Sharon Carter is in fact the power broker. And of course, now I was a little surprised that John Walker showed up to the battle with the Flag Smashers. Not so much so that now he's going to apparently be U.S. agent. The mystery still lingers, though, as to whether, is he working for S.H.I.E.L.D. or Hydra? Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, the Countess, whose name I can't remember the rest of, was known in the comics sometimes as Madame Hydra, but she was, at the time, working as a double agent. She was actually working for S.H.I.E.L.D., and for a while she had a relationship with Nick Fury. So, even at this point, it could go either way. One of the things I did not expect was Sam's big heartfelt speech after the Flag Smashers had been stopped and the GRC was saved. He managed to talk those people in power out of resettling everybody across the world, basically achieving the Flag Smashers' dream without having to get violent about it. And it came from, a super relatable place. He's talking about, how they needed to listen to the people who were helpless and have more of them in the room when they're making the decisions that are affecting their lives. And when they tried to tell him that he didn't understand, it was like, I'm a black man in America, I understand. And on that note, he actually went back to see Isaiah Bradley, and he got a statue erected to him near that Captain America exhibit in the Smithsonian, so nobody would forget what happened to him. That was a really, really beautiful moment. I loved that a lot. So, all in all, it was a good mix of predictable and unpredictable. It ended with a block party of sorts down in Sam's neighborhood in Louisiana. And Bucky was there, of course, and, they ended up, at the end, staring out into the ocean together. Not the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, my mistake. And right at the end, the title actually changed from Falcon and the Winter Soldier to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So, I guess we know who Cap is going forward in the MCU. Oh, and one other thing I really didn't expect, the last few Flag Smashers were rounded up and put in a police transport. And it looked like they might get away with it, because one of the cops, before they closed the door up on them, was like, one world, one people, the Flag Smashers motto. So they figured everything was going to be alright. And then as the police transport's pulling away, it explodes. It turns out it was Zemo's butler. Hey, the butler literally did it. So Zemo managed to follow through on his plan to destroy the super soldiers. He didn't do all of them. Sharon Carter, after being revealed as the power broker by Karli, shot and killed Karli. And she also took out one of the Flag Smashers with some kind of poison gas earlier in the episode. There's one thing I didn't like about this one. It seemed kind of quick to me. It was, normal length, but everything just kept happening so fast. I felt like there should have been more in that episode. I don't know, how did John Walker get there? What made him decide to fight the Flags? No, that was probably the whole Lamar thing, because he really wanted to kill them. But he made the right choice in the end and fought on the side of good. So it's going to be interesting to see if this show keeps going, whether or not he's on the right side or the wrong side. Although, I will admit, if Hydra somehow managed to survive the snap, because I still refuse to call it the blip, like, how did they not manage to take over the world with half the population missing? I mean, I know their thing is, like, you know, silent infiltration, but half the world was gone and everything was in disarray. It seemed like it would have been the perfect time to strike. I bet the Red Skull would have. Anyway, overall, I enjoyed the heck out of this show. I think, honestly, they did it just right. I was a little worried coming in, you know, right after WandaVision, but obviously these are two very, very different shows and should be treated as such. And if there's another season, I'm, like, already waiting for it. With that in mind, I'll see you guys next time.